Prize includes 2 return flights with Qantas from your nearest capital city, plus transfers to and from the airport. 2 nights staying at the Star City Casino in the luxurious executive suite. Breakfast included and strawberries and champagne on arrival. Dinner for 2 at the magnificent Piermont's restaurant. 2 VIP tickets to the musical extravaganza Carmen and $500 in chips to be spent on the main gaming floor. The winners will be announced on Fox Sports Central. So call 1-900-966-557 for your chance to tip it big with Star City and Fox Sports.
And this one's gone off a thickish outside edge. He'll still get a boundary. Now that's a classic shot. Leaned into it so nicely. He really is a class player when in full flight. Johnson getting out early here. Not quite getting on top of that one. Jadeja making no mistake. Now that's a cracking shot from Mark Waugh, standing up tall. And this is a magnificent catch by Chaminda Vaas. Michael Bevan also getting into the act. Lovely cover drive there. And that's smashed square of the wicket. Jab Cullis, he can be a dangerous player. And getting into a good position there to work it on the onside. That's a massive hit by Michael Bevan. He picked that short delivery from Kumble so quickly. Kumble has his own back here. He's deceived Cullis with that quicker delivery.
Rest of the world batting card so far. Neil Johnson cheaply back in the pavilion. Mark Waugh after the brilliant effort. 28 out of 28 deliveries. Cotton bowled. Extraordinary catch there by Chaminda Vaas. Diving to his wrong side and taking the catch one-handed. And then Jack Cullis. Wasim Akram so far taking 1 wicket. The bowler sharing out the wickets, Vaas and Kumble.
Now this should be an interesting duel here between Chris Cairns and Anil Kumble. Kumble loves to hit the... In fact, it's Cairns who loves to hit the spinners over the top. Anil Kumble, very experienced bowler.
Everyone remembers his 10 wickets. Jim Laker has taken 10 wickets in a test match and has equaled that task. And Anil Kumble, cleverest of bowlers, he doesn't really show his cunning, and he really can come out with an extraordinary ball when things seem to be going completely the other way, which it did in the case of Mark Waugh.
Yes, he may not be a big spinner of the ball, Anil Kumble, but he relies on subtle variations in pace. He can extract bounds being a tall man out of any surface. And he's always onto the batsman. Now that's a new delivery he's trying, the wrong one.
Not very successfully, I'm afraid, down the leg side. Naturally signalled a wide. That made the batsman think there's a chance of run out here, but that would have taken a direct hit to have any chance there. Very good running between the wickets by these two batsmen.
Yes, once again, Bevan here, the key man, very quick with the call.
The one-day specialist. Beat him for pace there. Didn't know very much about that one. I think also the bounce foxed him. Chris Cairns on the lookout for runs, but in that instance getting beaten by Kumble. End of the over after 18. Rest of the world are 107 for 3.
there, the former president of the BCCI, Raj Singh Dungapur, watching the proceedings.
And a lovely place to watch from that place. A bit risky, I think, Ravi. I think Raj Singh Dungapur has got a more comfortable and safer place, but all credit to that guy there. Didn't quite get it in the meat of the bat, just the inside part of the bat. He was intending to play the ball a little straighter past the bowler. Hasn't got him any runs.
There's plenty of awards here for this game. There's the Royal Stag Most Valuable Player of the match. We've got plenty of contenders already. There's been Tendulkar with some runs. He can play his part in the field as well. And there's Ganguly also scored some runs.
Nandi Howard did pretty well with the ball, Ravi. 3 wickets and a good catch in the field. So there's a lot of contenders, and I think the commentators here, which includes us, are the adjudicators, and we see a section of the VIP section. Another very well judged run there, takes the total up to 109.
Well, we mentioned about awards. There's also the cricketnext.com man of the match. Now, Shamim, you can run me through what's the difference between most valuable and the man of the match. How would you differentiate it?
Well, if the ambassador of the cricket league, the ICC, doesn't know about it, I think poor little Bangladeshi commentators wouldn't be able to answer that question. But I'm sure that person with 80 off 77 is in contention, that's for sure.
Yes, he might qualify as the best batsman, or if he, because of the way he got his runs, he could get the man of the match. But I think if he rolls his arm over and picks up a couple of wickets, probably takes a catch in the outfield, then he would qualify for the most valuable player.
And we all know that he's very capable of doing that. And our graphics men have a lot of problems when Sachin comes to bowl. We don't know whether he's going to bowl off breaks, leg breaks, mediums, or what. So even the batsmen don't. That results in falls of wickets. But it's up to Razak now, starting bowling the next delivery, which is sent away for a single. Nelson's up, and if David Shepherd, the umpire, was here officiating, he would hop up on one leg, but it's not. Abdul Razak, a great find for the Pakistan team, gives us 100% for his team. Well judged run to end over after 19. Rest of the world are 112 for 3. See the progressive run rates, 5.89 at the moment. Well, he didn't know very much about that. Really trying to hoist it away over the mid-wicket region, getting an inside edge, getting a run for it, but not played with full confidence. Michael Bevan shadowing that shot again.
Yes, he may have been looking for the cut shot at first, and with the ball not really coming onto the bat, decided to pull it.
Kumble quickly across and making sure that the ball doesn't go past him. The spirit with which the game is played, even the players playing here, it's not a match, the result wouldn't matter much to either team. But Ravi, I think the way both the teams have played have shown that they are real professionals, and they've given their all, even in this heat of Dhaka.
Absolutely right. They are competitors. Plenty of pride at stake. That's good running by Cairns.
Chris Cairns now really taking New Zealand to a position of from where they were a little bit wobbly previously, but with Cairns on song, which he shows with that shot away towards the long on region, only going to get him a single.
He's at his best when he plays straight and he hits straight. Such a dangerous player that he can clear the field quite comfortably. There's also Gilchrist to come.
And we know that Gilchrist can bat, that's for sure. That's up patient, but safely just to the left of the fielder there. Element of risk there in that shot, not in full control, but that has bought him another run, and at the end of the 20th over, it's 117 for 3. This is the match for the ICC cricketnext.com Cup, being played here at the Bangabandhu National Stadium in Dhaka. Rest of the world card, and it's that man Bevan, who's not out on 40 of 36 delivery, who can take them to that quite large target of 321 posted by the Asia 11.
Yes, it's this partnership that needs to carry on. Gilchrist is an extremely dangerous player, and like I mentioned, Klusner, even though he's not been in the best of form, this might just be the kind of pitch that might suit his batting. Now you've got spin in the form of Muthaiya Muralidharan.
One of the greatest exponents of spin bowling, and the crowd have been waiting for Muthaiya. You can see from their reaction as soon as he came on, there's a big cheer, and very knowledgeable crowd here in Dhaka.
Straight away getting a little bit of turn here, Muralidharan. He's the kind of bowler who will spin it on any surface. For a finger spinner, he does give it a big rip. And off late, he's bowled quite beautifully. Man of the series in the series against Pakistan.
Bevan just rolling his wrists on that one, going for the second one and making it quite comfortably in the end. Wasim Akram going across, but not quick enough to stop the batsman from taking the second run. Ravi, you've had a look at the pitch earlier, and do you think Muralidharan is going to get any help from this track?
He might get turn, but it's not really alarming turn to worry the batsman.
Whatever turn there is will be slow, and but he is capable of really tweaking the ball and troubling the batsman. So if he can drop that ball on one of the bare patches, then maybe he can get some turn. That's delicately tucked, cut away for 4 runs. Delightful shot there.
Well, this is extremely well played. He's waited on it and literally watches the ball hitting the face of the blade. Opens it at the last minute, gets the placement right. It's not often you see someone using Muralidharan's pace to reach the boundary.
Lovely bowling.
End of Muralidharan's first over, the 21st, and it's 125 for 3, rest of the world. many cards so far. Asia 11 batting first after Wasim Akram on the toss. 320 for 9. Tendulkar, the man standing out there for 80. Ganguly playing a brilliant knock of 67, well supported by Aravinda De Silva, 39. Rest of the world, 125 for 3 so far.
So Chris Cairns playing very sensibly here so far. He's trying to give as much of the strike as possible to Bevan.
Chris Cairns hasn't hit a boundary as yet, which is rather surprising. He's capable of a big hitter. Bevan careful, watching that ball very closely. And he's so far made 48 of 43 deliveries, which include 3 fours and a 6.
Yeah. Bowling and in.
So Anil Kumble mixing it up nicely here. He's bowled the wrong one quite frequently in this innings.
But he latched onto that very well, and that might just go over the ropes for 4 rounds. That's slightly short pitched, and very quickly onto that, timing it to perfection and just wide of the fielder. And that's the 50 for Michael Bevan.
Yes, it's a very good shot to bring up his half-century. It wasn't all that short, but he picked the length up quickly. And he's got it in extremely good time.
Glanced it away fine. Delicate touch onto that one. Easy couple of runs there. Just waited for that ball to carry on. And Anil Kumble, as Ravi was saying, mixing up his deliveries, and is very adept at that wrong one. He really isn't a big turner.
So 2 runs there to end the over. It's 134 for 3.
Well, that's the situation now. It's 134 for 3 for the rest of the world. It's time for change of commentators to take over commentary. It's over to Tony Kozia, and alongside him it will be Ramiz Raja.
Thank you, Shamian. 134 for 3. Asia certainly with the advantage here, but Michael Bevan is playing so well. You would think that Asia, the rest of the world, are not out of it by any means. And he's got with him Chris Cairns, who has had a tremendous run in New Zealand recently. In the 2 home series against the West Indies and against Australia. And as far as the runs scored are concerned, cotton ball. Well, now you can say that Asia have tightened their grip with Cairns going. Muratharan taking a good return catch.
It's always risky where you predetermine a stroke. He's looking to work the ball away towards the onside. This one was a top spinner. And Chris Cairns just a little confused whether to go on with the stroke or check it. In the end, Murli taking a wonderful diving catch. The world 134 for 4.
This April on World Movies, get ready to experience the best of the best as we pay tribute to the masters of cinema. An unprecedented selection of award-winning celluloid, bringing together the world's finest filmmakers. Japanese legend Akira Kurosawa leads the way with the Academy Award-winning spectacle of Ram. Also an Academy Award winner, Volker Schlondorf's astonishing masterpiece, The Tin Drum. From the director of the Three Colors trilogy, Krzysztof Kieślowski, comes the mesmerizing drama, The Double Life of Veronica. And the world-renowned Federico Fellini adds a dash of distinction with his classic, City of Women. Just some of the uncut gems from cinema's leading lights, screening this April on World Movies. Are you ready?
New batsman is Lance Klusener, who comes in to join his fellow left-hander Michael Bevan, with Chris Cairns going.
This is a beautiful piece of bowling from Murli. Straighter delivery, Chris Cairns not judging it and not going through with the shot. Just realized it was the other one. Look at that diving catch. Beautifully taken. Great anticipation. It's very quick across the turf, and they're showing once again great reflexes.
Yeah, that straighter ball is something that Muiralitharan has developed, in the last 2 years or so. There's one criticism of him, that he turned the ball a mile, but that he didn't have the contrasting delivery, the one which kept straight on. He's even got one that goes the other way. Lance Klusener's now come in, and we all know how hard he can hit the ball, although he's found it difficult to locate it recently. He's complained about his eyes after the tournament in Sharjah. May just be under the lights that give him the trouble.
Or Shoaib Akhtar. Shoaib Akhtar is very, very quick. He had problems against him. Couldn't locate the ball. Very poor tournament in Sharjah. 3 ducks.
Well, he won't get one here. He's broken that sequence now. But very unusual. With the first ball duck against India, second ball duck against Pakistan, first ball duck against Pakistan. So he'll be really relieved now to get off the mark. End of the over. 135 for 4. So the rest of the world behind on both scores there, on the runs and on the wickets. Here's Kumble.
Yes, sir.
Well, Moin Khan normally comes up with this shabash, shabash phrase every now and then. But I doubt very much whether the rest of the bowlers here, except for maybe Anil Kumble and a few of the Pakistani, can understand what he's saying. Believe me, guys, it's not a swear word. That's how he encourages the bowlers, Moin. It's been pretty quiet. Don't know what to say.
Located that, Klusener. Typical shot, just a single for it, but he hit it pretty well. Out there, he enjoys his fielding. The crowd enjoys his fielding. His general enthusiasm for the game really crosses the boundary and is picked up by everyone who's watching. And we hope that those of you who are watching at home enjoying the coverage of this match, the ICC cricketnext.com Cup. The coverage going to several stations and networks the world over. Well run. So 24 overs gone, 138 for 4.
Played by Lance Klusner. It's not an easy stroke to play against Muralidharan. You need to be really to the pitch to work that ball away and play against the spin. Can easily be holed out cotton bowl. Was what probably Muralidharan was looking for.
Well bowled in the end, well played. Good contest going on here between Muralidharan and Bevan. And the rest of the Asian players won't mind too much for the singles. Boundaries are what the rest of the world need here now just to catch up.
The Asian 11s look very intent out there. Seen them dive around, chased well, and Muralidharan bowling a lovely line, trying his utmost to pick up wickets here. His required run rate now 7.11. But Bevan will have no problem with that. He's got a lovely temperament. He's been in these situations before. This uncanny ability to know exactly where the fielder is. Every time he plays the shot, it's in the gap. Strike rate is tremendous, 75.9, and look at that average, 58 almost. Mind-boggling stuff. The rest of the world, 142 for 4.
The rest of the world have used up half their allocation of 50 overs. Still have a very long way to go. Required run rate now over 7 over. And only Adam Gilchrist, the keeper, of a really recognised batsman to follow. Well, that means you're talking about Moin Khan behind the stumps, egging on his bowlers in a language which perhaps they mightn't understand. And there are plenty out there who speak in all sorts of different languages, but the common language, of course, is English. And I suppose that's what Klusner would be communicating with Bevan. Although Klusner does speak Zulu and Afrikaans, I believe. Bevan only speaks Strain. Australian lingo. That's well hit. He just threaded that between that short third man and backward point. There really was not much of a gap, and somehow he managed to get it between there, and it goes away for 4. Boundaries needed here.
This is beautifully played. Delaying the stroke, finding the gap. That is exactly what he's looking for. Anil Kumble is getting the bounce. This is nicely stroked by Michael Bevan. 64 of just 55 deliveries now.
The rest of the world team to come in the batting order. Caddick, Rose, Hayward and Tufnell. Well, they speak a variety of languages. Supposedly English, but there's a lot of dialect in there which perhaps they mightn't understand each other when things get confused. 148 for 4. Gilchrist, exciting left-handed hitter to come. So 2 left-handers in now and another one to come. The rest of the world wouldn't want him to come too early. They need a partnership here to develop between these two. They're behind. Muiralitharan now. It's both over. Coverage going on. Yeah, I suppose the world does miss Brian Lara. And West Indies are hoping that he will return because they certainly do need him in the middle order. And I think world cricket needs him. He's such a spectacular batsman. Latest from the Caribbean is that Lara has said in an interview there that he hopes to be back. He expects to be back, in fact, for the series in England during the summer. West Indies hope he will be back before then, but at the moment doesn't look that way. There's a series against Pakistan which precedes that. Guided down towards the boundary, beats the fielder, and once more goes for 4. We haven't seen any real big shots. And yet, nudges and deflections just beating the field. Bevan, very, very clever, in fact, with his wrist work, with his placement. Tremendous batting.
So once again, exactly knowing where the fielder was. Beautifully placed by Bevan. This is an important phase in this innings. If they can get over the spell from Muiralitharan and Anil Kumble without losing a wicket, I think they'll be in with a chance to target the Asian 11 total.
And there's where he scored his runs all around the wicket. Just goes to show that you don't need to club the ball to be effective in the limited overs variety of the game. Completes the over. 153 for 4. Bevan playing a typically clever innings, a superb innings, and really holding together the rest of the world team. Anil Kumble will be to continue. It's really one of the first big shots we've seen. Doesn't get very far. That's Kuzna. A telecast, Trans World International production going around the world. And that's where we're staying. Hotel Vinci and the staff there who have been very good to us. Advise us they'll be there tonight. I'm not too sure if the restaurant's open until the match is over. But our broadcast is going to Sony TV in India, PTV in Pakistan, SLRC in Sri Lanka, BTV here in Bangladesh, Fox Sport in Australia, Sky TV in both New Zealand and Sky in the UK and Ireland, ZTV in Africa, and TV Asia. And we hope that you're all enjoying this feature match, highlight of the ICC Cricket Week, the first ICC Cricket Week. And they're here playing for the ICC CricketNext.com Cup.
Is bowling a very decent line. It's just that one delivery that he at times bowled, which is away from the left-hander, and Bevan has been particularly severe, caressing it away and getting the runs.
So the rest of the world now require one more run per over than when they started. 156 for 4 off 28. Outside edge doesn't get through. Very sharp in the field, the Asian 11.
Mullithan getting extra spin as expected, and Rascal looking to drive it through covers, getting an edge, and one well fielded by Robin Singh. Picked it up quite smartly.
West Indies with the only country here represented now in both teams, with Franklin Rose, born in Jamaica, and Robin Singh, born in Trinidad. Of course, has played for India and has done so with great distinction in one-day internationals for some time now, the 12th man of the Asia side. Robin Singh would have played in the early days when he was a teenager in Trinidad and Tobago, played for their under-19s before coming to the land of his forefathers and staying there, and he's on the field now as substitute.
Very good stroke, only for one. But normally you don't see Mullithan being belted down the ground because he gets so much of spin that the deliveries or the balls that go in that cover area or that point area more often.
What? Yeah! Well, that's enough.
Well fielded again. Very, very sharp in the field. All the Asian fielders, and Sri Lankans especially, as we've seen in recent times. Jayasuri on this occasion, and on his wrong side, he's a left-hander. tremendous throw from Sachin Tendulkar from the deep. They were thinking of a second, and a good thing they had second thoughts about it. Tremendous power in the throw.
It was a beautiful pickup and throw.
Change in bowling now, and to the delight of the crowd, it's Sachin Tendulkar who is going to come on. Made such a fine innings today. Made 80. Just to show his versatility, he's on again. They'll come for a second, but having to hurry, put under some pressure by the fielding once more.
Expertly played by Bevan. Once again, not trying to hit the ball too hard. Just the right pace on that ball to come back for the second run. Beautiful batting. Very thoughtful, very purposeful. It's been excellent innings. Good control on the ball. And he's on 73 now.
Again, having to hurry. Bowler, they say. But Bevan, not only does he know how to place the ball, but he's so quick between the wickets. One of the fastest runners between the wickets in the international game at present.
Good early calling. That is why the Australians are so very nimble and swift between the wickets. Good judgment. And also they run very quickly.
Looking for a second, but Bevan coming back for it. And there's the evidence of his pace between the wickets. Just a little bit of a fumble by Chaminda Vaas. And Bevan, like a hare out of the traps, through for the second.
Analyzing the fumble. Spot on there, Chaminda Vaas. And taking a bit of time to get rid of that ball. And good aggressive running by Bevan, but to get to the danger end, made it easily in the end, asking his partner to get to the keeper's end.
The fact that Tendulkar has come on now just emphasizes the fact that these two teams contain so many all-rounders, so many batsmen who can bowl, bowlers who can bat, which is a big part of the abbreviated game. 166 for 4.